This is Bawarjeet Kaur. I'm here to deliver our project demonstration. Our project is enterprise architecture and use of machine learning and artificial intelligence in the design and operation of clinical trial and management. Before I start, I would like to introduce my team. We are 4 members in our team. Gurpreet Kaur, she is our team leader. Antarpreet Kaur, Sahil Joshi, and of course me. Then have a look for our client. Our client name is Bala Kumble. He's from Innovacira. Innovacira company is located in Melbourne only, and we provide the improved solution based on updated technology. They provide the improved solution further to their customers so that they can give better services to their customers. The challenge, we have faced some challenge in our project because basically our project is based on machine learning and artificial intelligence. We need to focus on those components and those algorithms only that can reduce time and cost, because till now the current stages are taking 5 to 11 years to conduct a trial, and it costs around 11 to 12 billion dollars. That is quite high. We need to reduce that one. And for that we have proposed a architecture that contain all the components of previous architectures, and that is focused on to reduce cost and time, and also provide the privacy of the patients as well. We have firstly we identified some problems, and we have focused on that. We have focused, did our project or our architecture that we are going to propose is really reduce the time and minimize the cost so that maximum trial can be done. And the next thing was, is our architecture providing the privacy also, because privacy is the main concern in any healthcare sector and the drug trials as well. The third was that because we have researched a lot and we seen all the components in previous architecture and in the drug trials, we need to include all those. So we identify that did our architecture include all those components and phases of clinical trials. So these were some problems that we have focused on. Let's have a view of our project. Basically our project, we need to give a demonstration report only. It's a research report where we have a research about the previous in the past time and the current time phases of the clinical trial, on what basis they are doing the trials, what are the components involved, what are the bases, and what are the methods involved. After research all those things, we did a report which is included all the current phases and past phases as well, components of all clinical trial. Moreover, the project is also focused on the privacy of the patient and doctors as well, because it is a main component. And the third one, we have discussed the effectiveness of clinical drug trial by proposing a statistical method, and also we have proposed some machine learning techniques to do a COVID-19 drug trial. And we have divided our project totally into 3 sprints according to the components and phases. We do have total 20 user stories, and we focus these user stories according to 3 perspectives: as a doctor, as a researcher, and as a scientist. As a doctor, I focused on how can I reduce the total cost of clinical drug trials so that I can do more clinical drug trials in less money. And as a researcher, I will think what are the loopholes in current system so that I can eliminate those loopholes, that I can do more research and more do the clinical trial in more efficient way. Like we have found, we can ignore the orphan diseases. And as a scientist, I am interested in that what are the stakeholders involved in clinical trial, what are the processes, what are the components, so that I can read that if there are any loopholes, so that I can improve those components. So these are few user stories. We have followed Agile Scrum methodology for our project. Why we followed Agile Scrum only? Because it is really fast technology rather than the past one like waterfall and all. But the Agile methodology give us a frame where we can divide our work into small different tasks, and we can update that regularly according to the feedback. And Scrum And Scrum is a small tasks that we need to deliver after every 2 weeks or 3 weeks to our like client, and we need to take the feedback and we can update according to that. So that's why Agile Scrum give us a better way to communicate and better way to update our project. And the next one is I want to call Gurpreet to continue. Gurpreet, can you please continue? Thank you.
Thanks Bhavajit for giving wonderful explanation on our project. Now I will explain further. With the help of machine learning and artificial intelligence, a lot of things has improved in research labs and biotechnology corporation and technology companies. Because with the help of machine-based learning, they can predict the property of molecules compound and they can target for any drug discovery. We can take example here for any extras, because with the help of pattern recognition and segmentation technique, it has become easier to diagnosis any like disease, including like if they have problem in bones and body surface, so it can be cured very easily. And with the help of deep learning technique, it has become easier to detect new predictive models. Can you scroll down please? Okay, in Sprint 1, we were working as a scientist and where we did a lot of research regarding how we can reduce the cost and time frame for any clinical trial. And we included a cost, three type of cost here, like pre-patient and pre-site and pre-study. In pre-patient, we included like the cost about like a patient recruitment cost and this clinical procedure cost. And in the other one we also included like a site recruitment cost and the pre-patient cost. And in the pre-study we included cost about like cost per instructional review. And in the sprint one, we were working on the phases to how any clinical trial goes with different phases, and how much time they are taking and how they work and how they react on any person. So we were working over there. And can you scroll down please? In Sprint 2, we were working on how we can secure the patient data and how their information can be secure if they are going for any clinical trial. If we think about patient selection and eligibility criteria, it contains a lot of things. Like if we think about matching, patient matching, if they are going for trial for any like a cancer disease or for any COVID-19, then they should have the symptoms and they had cancer, or they should have suffering with cancer. So it can be easier for them and for clinical trial to give trial on them. And in if we think about target validation, they should have some proper target. If they are taking any person for giving trial, they should be that trial should be effective on that person. And in this sprint too, we were also talking about a process, how patient information goes through and how their verification code goes for like a trial investigator, and how sponsors work over there, how regulatory agencies work. So we've explained all the things in sprint 2. Can you scroll down, Baba? In sprint 3, we were working as a doctor. We were thinking how with the help of CNN and CNN deep learning, how patient selection can be improved. Then with the help of a cohort, here we can take example like a cohort composition, because we discussed all the things about cohort composition, how they can select the patient from a lot of people to get trial on them. And here we discussed one process. It's actually a mechanism, the cohort composition mechanism, about patient discharge summary. All the information is stored in the form of like a splitting form, like it's about their gender. It's actually their history when they go to any clinic, like about their gender, their age, like last visit date. All the information is recorded in like a splitting form. But after processing, like when it goes by section, it contain a paragraph, and it's splitting into three forms. Like it's classified into three forms, like a standard supervised learning classifier and multi-instance learning classifier and rule-based classifier. And all the things, and in CNN all the information is stored in the form of metrics, and it's depend upon the like scientists or who are searching for any clinical trial, who is clinical trial, they can choose any metrics. They can choose CNN or they can use deep CNN as per as their choice, because it's depend upon them how much information they are processing. Can you scroll down please? So here it is the component of clinical trial architecture. We use like cohort selection and patient selection, eligibility criteria. In eligibility criteria, it contains the patient matching and target validation and improved patient protocol with the help of machine learning and artificial, how it improved, and optimize site selection and protocol adherence and effective drug users and the drug efficiency. We discussed a lot of things about how we can judge the how we can detect the drug efficiency, how it will affect on any patients. And in the phases like it goes phases by phases, and then phase 1 is optional here. And we also put some time, how much time they are taking to detect the drug efficiency. Now next slide. Can you stop? Okay, these are the processes which we have adopted to give a better solution to our client. And first we divide the like we took a systematic process to give a better solution. Like firstly we divide the architecture in clinical trial. After that we got some phases in the sprint 1, and we also identify the methods, and we will put in our architecture how we can improve the clinical trials. And we got some outcome, and we also got solution to reduce cost and time frame of clinical trial. Thanks. Now I will my friend continue.
Thank you, Gurpreet. Very useful of project. In this project, we make one architecture on the base of AI and ML tool, and with the help of this tool, we can reduce the cost and time frame, and we can secure patient data. First, reduce cost of clinical trial and reduce time frame of clinical trial. With the help of AI tools like NLP, deep learning, we can reduce the time and cost of the clinical trials. First one, we eliminate orphan drugs in clinical trial, and directly we can reduce the cost and time frame in clinical trials. And with the help of NLP, it's MI techniques with the natural language processing. With our this, we can reduce the patient heterogeneity, and we can reduce the patient selection cost as well. And with the help of NLP, we can reduce the patient costs, site cost, and the study research cost. And second one is the deep learning. With the deep learning, we can reduce the patient retention cost, and with the decreasing patient retention, we can reduce the overall cost of the clinical trial as well. And third one is improved patient security. We have two methods of ML and AI. First one is a blockchain. In blockchain, we divide the patient information in three parts. In first part, we save information in database. In second, we save in blockchain, and third one is cloud storage. So that's why in blockchain we divided information three parts. So it's not easy to hack this type of data. With that, for this, we can secure patient information more. And second is the homomorphic encryption. In homomorphic encryption is a public-private key that permit application to perform detection, preparing, or encrypted information without uncovering the information itself. Because if doctor need the age of the patient, then we give only information about the age of the patient only. So with that, for this, we can improve the patient security. And the second next slide is delivery of the project. In our project, we make architecture on the base of AI and ML. With the help of this, we can improve the clinical trial, because with the help of this, we can eliminate all the pitfalls in the clinical trials with the help of AI and ML. And with the help of AI and ML techniques, we can reduce the cost and time frame, and we can improve the patient security as well. And all techniques we put in the architecture. And the next slide is user story certification. In our project, our main focus is on our client need, how can we reduce the cost and time, and how can we improve the patient security data. First one, in our AI project, we use AI and ML techniques, and with the help of this, we can reduce the cost and time. Like we use NLP, deep learning, Bayesian network. With the help of this, we can reduce the cost and time. And for the patient security, we use the blockchain method. We use a homomorphic encryption, and with this, we can improve the patient security as well. So we record all the. And the next slide is we relevant research, and this is article, and we gone through this article, and we got information about clinical trial from these articles. Like in Bayesian network, like you see the first one. In first one, we see we got information about the vaccine efficiency. The Bayesian network, mostly information we got from the first article, and this is the article we gone through this article, and we got more information about the clinical trials. And this is the MATLAB, and because in MATLAB we make one graph with compare two variables. In this MATLAB, we choose two values. First value with orphan drugs and second values without orphan drugs. Because I told you, when we eliminate the orphan drugs, then we can eliminate the cost and time frame both. And you see in the graph, because MATLAB used to compare the two variables, and with the compare two variables, we can make generate graph. And you can see the blue one is value with orphan drugs, and the orange one value is without orphan drugs. And we can compare with that for MATLAB, and you can see if we eliminate the orphan drugs in clinical trial, we can reduce the time and cost as well both. And the next slide is this is a Cox model, and this is a predefined programming, because in our group no anyone from the software background, because we all are of enterprises, and this is programming is predefined, and this is very easy to use, and this programming is Python or R, and with the help of this we can generate the graph, and we can compare two variables very easily. And the next slides will tell the Antarbir Gaur. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahil. It's Antarbir Kaur. Now I would like to discuss further slides. This is a proposed clinical trial architecture with AI and ML methods, which we have to give our client as well. Baba, can you please zoom the architecture?
Yeah.
Not that much. Like there are 8 components in this architecture, and which can help us to reduce the cost in time frame with the help of using ML algorithms. There are 8 components with their different methodologies as well as different features and AI techniques. Firstly, there is coherent composition. We are using methodology RNN and CNN. They both are used to filter the data. For example, if we just have a drug trial of a COVID-19, then we have to set a criteria for that. And according to that, we can select the patients for the trial. And further, it has their specific features as well as the specific techniques like neural network, deep learning. And further, there is patient recruitment. Further, it have further methodologies like electronic phonotropy. It refers to a clinical condition or characteristic that can be via computerized query to an EHR system or clinical data, respiratory using a defined set of data elements and logical expressions. Further, it have their different feature, as well as further it have AI technique as well. Moreover, eligibility criteria, there are 2 methodologies again. Target, can you please zoom it? Target validation as well as patient matching. Patient matching is a researcher have to select or identify a specific or a right person for a specific clinical trial for it. Further, it has a feature as well as AI technique like machine learning. Further, there is an improved patient protocol. Further, there is methodologies, resource validation, as well as trend prediction. In this, we have to verify all the things like guidelines, logistic, and so on. We have to just verify it before we starting a clinical trial for a specific thing. And further, there is feature as well as technique. Optimized site selection. We have to select a site for it where we have to conduct a clinical trial. As well as in protocol adherence, there is a facial recognition tool. It is used to monitor a patient that whether he is properly taking the prescribed medication or not on time. So it is easy for all the doctors to monitor their patients. Further, they have their features as well as AI techniques. Can you please scroll it? And moreover, there are 2 more components like checking drug efficiency and all that. There is further methodology statistical model in which we can use the mathematical model to just study a data, and further they have the different features as well as AI techniques from where we get this outcome. In the next slide, there is a proposed ML technique used in COVID. There are various machine learning algorithms like neural network, logistic, and so on, which we have to just to use to predict the risk of positivity of a patient. And secondly, the data about COVID-19 recorded using AI framework, like we are using mobile phone based survey when the cities are in quarantine. And in this RNN and CNN, which is the algorithm of ML, we are using it here to identify the COVID-19 patient and its symptoms as well. There is a table on which all the steps are there. According to that, we just enter the details in the ML algorithm, from which we get the result. In this slide, there is ML role in COVID-19 using CNN RNN algorithm. There are various layers, and that various layers have the different parts which are attached to an algorithm. That is RNN and CNN machine learning technique, from which we get the result that whether the patient is suffering from COVID or not. And also, we can use RNN and CNN for the further drug trial of COVID-19 as well. In the further slides, there are references from which we get the literature as well as important information regarding our project. Thank you so much for listening our presentation.